Okay, I figured I'd make a video of this. Why not? I'm making a video of everything else. This is a cavity for electronics to go into the back. We'll have to make a plate cover. I'm going to leave little wings here for the screws to hold it down, and there has to be a lip all the way around it. And this is another use for our template. Carefully move this out because this no longer will sit flat. Get all that crap out of there. This will no longer sit flat because our neck pops up in it. This has to be accurate. Those holes have to be a certain depth. I'm gonna set this back in. Just don't want to bang anything around at this point. So, this is the toggle switch. This will be the, bump the camera again. Our pickup switch, the little knob isn't on it, but there has to poke through the wood and have enough thread to fasten it down, and then our pickup leads get soldered to that, and that one will go down in here. So let's bore this bugger out. I'm kind of curious what this will look like on time lapse. Now we have most of the bulk on the drill press taken out of our cavity back here, and remember we have to use our pickup template because we have to countersink that the neck now installed to work on the back. So what I'm going to do is set it in there about like that, and I'm going to set our template. I'm going to fill that chip in later because I want to save this template, and I'll follow around like so, but with our small collet, and that'll follow around. I'm going to countersink for the access plate and then come back with a larger collet, and it'll go all the way around and get all the way down in all this bulk, clean it up. But I penciled in right here, and right here where we could have our 3 screws to hold that plate down. And I'm going to go ahead and do all that right now. Okay, we have everything clamped down, our template in position, and we're going to take just the thickness of our cover down, and like I described before, that little collar is going to ride around our template, and it will reduce the size of it just that little bit. It looks like maybe turn the actual cutter around. It could be about a 1/16 of an inch. It's kind of significant, but I made up for it with this. But we're just going to take this down, and then we're going to come in with our larger collet, which will take the bit way in, leaving the lip that we're going to make now, and we'll clean all this up and leave our 3 little tabs for our screws for the access plate to cover. Okay, let's do this. Getting down quite a bit. This bit is rather extended. Not a whole lot lower that could go, and it definitely won't go deep enough to get to the bottom. So I'm going to change bits and possibly put on the solid base. The solid base will go deeper, and this little bearing here, this little ball bearing, can ride on what we already cut. Won't even need the template anymore, but I'm going to save it. Protect the bottom of this from scratching, and this bearing will ride and protect our little wings for the screws, and just ride on what we've already done and clean it up really nice, and actually do the bottom and smooth it out and get rid of all these drill marks. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, this came out pretty good. We have our little risers for the 3 mount screws, and the thickness is right where we want it. And I could barely feel, you could see the little rings were left on the drill press, but you can't really feel them. I'm really happy with how this came out. And next, get the scarier deal of drilling into the cavities for our pickup routings, and then a ground wire.